life processes, nutrition in human beings. So we are going to see a small part of the class. We are going to do only human digestive system. Okay. So in nutrition in humans, there are five steps: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, egestion. Ingestion means putting in the food through the mouth. Digestion means the food that you take inside through your mouth is a complex food. You have to break it up into simpler food. So the process by which it is done is called digestion. This digested food has to go into a bloodstream. Okay, it has to be absorbed through the walls of the stomach or intestine and goes into a blood. That is absorption. In assimilation, the nutrients that are carried in a blood have to be assimilated in the cells, have to be used up by the cells so that we get energy in our body. Egestion means undigested food that cannot be absorbed, you have to throw it out of the body. So first, what is ingestion? Okay, ingestion means putting the food inside our body. We have a special organ to put food inside our body. That special organ is the mouth. Okay, not all creatures have mouth, you know that, isn't it? So you see amoeba and all, does it have a mouth to ingest food? No, it just takes the food inside its body by using pseudopodia. Just it like diffuses into the body, isn't it? Next, digestion. The process of digestion, like many believe, it doesn't start in the stomach. It starts in the mouth itself. What do we have in our mouth? We have teeth. The mouth is also called as the buccal cavity, the teeth. What is the use of the teeth? It will cut the food, it will chew the food, it will make it to small pieces and grind it. One part of the digestion is actually over in the mouth itself. Okay, food that we eat, to make it wet, there is saliva. Saliva. How is saliva there inside our mouth? We have salivary glands in the mouth. They secrete saliva. Okay, so that saliva will make the food a little wet so that it becomes easy to swallow. And not only that, saliva contains one enzyme called salivary amylase. So that salivary amylase will convert the complex starch that we take to sugar. Okay. And what does the tongue do? The tongue is not only used for talking. Okay. So the tongue has other purposes also. It will help to mix the food in saliva, and it is without the tongue it's very difficult to push food inside the food pipe. Okay. So this is the work of the tongue. So if you see, some people will eat for such a long time, isn't it? Half the digestion is over in the mouth, we say for fun, but that's what actually happens. The food that we eat, we have to grind it well, and if you eat properly, that is, if you grind well and you take enough of time to eat your food, then your digestion process itself will be much better. Okay, now the tongue has pushed the food inside your food pipe. Okay, the food pipe is also called as the esophagus. It's such a long tube. It starts with your throat and ends only in the anus. Okay, so the food pipe, as it is called, esophagus, food goes inside. It's not like a pipe, you put the food on top, it just go down, chuck and fall down. It's not like that. The food won't just jump in. Slowly it will move. How it will move? Contraction and expansion of muscles. Okay, the muscle on top, when it contracts, the food will go down. So the muscle down will be expanded. That will contract, the food will go down. So it is like you keep squeezing it and it goes like, isn't it? So that movement we say is peristaltic movement. Peristaltic movement is very important. Otherwise you'll choke if it just goes down your throat like that, isn't it? And so actually food moves slowly down the food pipe, and when at the end of the food pipe you have the stomach. So actually the whole digestive system, it starts from the throat, and we take that, it goes on this food pipe, this food pipe. In the food pipe you have one part of it, the stomach. Okay, the stomach only, when it is going to the stomach only, the food, it is somewhat digested, little digested. Where did that digestion happen? It's not in the esophagus, it happened in the mouth. Okay, we say the stomach is generally said to be J-shaped, and is present on the left side of the abdomen. So next time you say your stomach is paining, you don't touch the center part and say stomach is paining. Okay, as bio students, you must correctly show the left side of your stomach. What happens there? One grinder, the stomach is like a grinder. For 3 hours it will go, it will keep grinding. Okay, And so at the end of the 3 hours, the food is broken down and it is like a semi-solid paste. How does digestion happen in the stomach? I told you, the stomach goes on like a grinder, but what it doesn't have a motor or something to keep it running, isn't it? So something should be there in the stomach that will help the food to be digested. So the walls of the stomach, so the inner lining of the stomach has got gastric glands. These gastric glands will secrete gastric juice. Okay, so what is there in the gastric juice? There are 3 things which are present in the gastric juice. One is hydrochloric acid, another one is pepsin, and another one is mucus. Hydrochloric acid, if you have acid in your stomach, then why doesn't the acid eat up your stomach? The acid should eat up your stomach if the mucus was not present. Okay, the mucus is a slimy substance that is present on the inner walls of the stomach. The acid will not be able to come in direct contact with the stomach. Okay, but why should there be acid in the stomach? Then only your food will get digested. In the medium in the stomach has to become acidic. There is an enzyme called as pepsin. That pepsin will digest protein only when the medium is acidic medium. Okay, so definitely we need hydrochloric acid there. And another use of the hydrochloric acid is if any bacteria is present in food, that also will be killed by this hydrochloric acid. So have you heard of the term you get acidity? Sometimes when you eat some type of food, you get a sour taste in your mouth. That's because the acid in your stomach actually ascends up the food pipe and comes up into your mouth. One sort of, it's not the acid exactly, but see, there is acid content in that. What happens is, if a long time you get acid, we say that is GERD. Okay, see, actually this is acid reflux, we say. Okay, reflux disorder. What happens is the acid will come instead of being in your stomach. If it comes up through your throat, keeps happening, no, it will affect the food pipe. The food pipe doesn't have any mucus inside to protect it, isn't it? So for a long time you'll start getting some sores on the food pipe. That, and even the acidity becomes too much, means inside the stomach walls also you'll start getting sores. That is where we say we have ulcer. You can't take in food. That is the condition. So when you eat some certain types of food, or if you keep your stomach too empty, then the acid content will become more. If you are very anxious, too much of anxiety, stress, more acid will be secreted. Okay, you eat parota and all those foods without the acid, it won't be digested. So it will be fermented in your stomach and stay like that for 2-3 days. They say parota stays in your stomach for 1 week almost. So it will be there in your stomach just like that without getting digested. And you keep eating food like that, what happens? The net result is acidity. Okay. So the food that is in the stomach also has not been fully digested. Okay, it is only still partially digested. So it goes to the small intestine. There is something called a sphincter muscles. You have these sphincter muscles even in the anus. To a certain extent, they are voluntary muscles. You can control them. If they open, the contents will go out. Okay, they will open and close, open and close. So when the sphincter muscles, when they relax, the food will go little by little from the stomach to the intestine. Okay, what you have here in the picture, in this slide, it shows the food pipe when you see through an endoscope. Endoscope means they'll put a tube-like structure inside your throat and they can see inside. So the food pipe looks like this. On the left-hand side is a small intestine. Inside that small coil substance is the small intestine, and you have the large intestine there. And the right side is supposed to be the picture of the stomach. Okay.